baby's head off, I'm not gonna go put my fucking baby in that tiger exhibit and be like, well, my baby want to be a lion tamer, so I'm no, that's not it. Like, that's not. Smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Like, once you knew what the fuck was happening in Robert Kelly's situation, I don't know why I keep calling him by his full name, but once you knew what the fuck was going on with him, like, that shouldn't have even been a question for you. Not a question. But people be selling their souls for money.
It's so
anything
disgusting.
for $1.
And you know what? The thing is, people also, I saw online, everybody's keep asking, why is his music spiking on social media? I mean, what the fuck am I saying? Streaming platforms.
Streaming services.
Yeah. People need to realize that, what we're witnessing here is, what we're all witnessing is the truth and the unfolding of a situation or matter in real time, with many eyes on it. So you have to think about, like, I'm watching it, Malcolm's watching it, maybe Malcolm's younger cousin's watching it, somebody's mom's is watching it. We have at least like 4 to 5 generations that's witnessing this on social media in real time, and being served to us on a programming platform with confusion and understanding. So what that means is that people are going to go back and want to reference the music to understand what the fuck, all right, what was I listening to, and how can I make sense of this, and who was the person that I've been trying to champion this entire time? Which I got. So when I saw that the music, Guilty Me, I almost, hold on, let me go back and hold on.
Yeah, let's read you real quick.
No, I'm saying Guilty Me. I thought for a second, let me go back and check. And
I don't need to hear that shit.
I didn't want to. I mean, I did it, but I felt like, should I go back? But I already know, because I live with a lot of that music, like growing up, 12 Play, Chocolate Factory, TP3, all that shit. I grew up listening to that. But I could understand why there was a spike, because sometimes people just they don't understand. I know there's a lot of youth out there who missed a whole tidal wave of this shit. Like, are completely unfamiliar.
They only know "Stepping in the Name of Love" from like Auntie's 60th birthday party. Like, they are not. It is not a song. They've grown up with it, but it's not. They don't remember Chocolate Factory dropping. They don't remember Miss Wheeler wearing a "Feeling on Your Booty" T-shirt. That was my camp counselor in 2000, and she had a "Feeling on Your Booty" T-shirt, and I was like, okay, girl, if that's what you want to do.
They don't remember Trapped in the Closet.
You know what? They probably don't. But
they don't remember They don't remember Mr. Biggs. Yeah, they don't know all that.
And again, like
Kelly Price.
I get it. Like, I get going back and dissecting lyrics. Because again, if this was like my first time hearing this shit, I too would probably be like, he was talking about what and what song?
And then also, R. Kelly is not like so familiar. His catalog, I mean, if you know R&B, and I think that's why we really starting to find out like who really knows music, because a lot of these people don't know all R. Kelly's like hit. They don't know the shit. They don't know the shits. You know what I mean? So if you know, you don't have to go back and listen. I lived it already. But
now, I was a little baffled that he wrote "You Are Not Alone" about an abortion or a miscarriage, whatever one it was. Oh, did you miss part 2 of the documentary? I feel like you missed part 2. Go back and watch part 2. It's your homework for tonight. There was a girl that he was dating Wow, definitely not that. But there was a girl that he was involved with. But he met her at a club. I forget her name. I think her name is Lizette. But he met her at a club in like Miami or Texas, somewhere. And she got caught up in the whirlwind because she wanted to be a singer, and she was, I think she's the only Latina woman in the whole thing. I know you're talking about, yes. But like "You Are Not Alone" by Michael Jackson was surely written by R. Kelly about her, I think it was abortion or a miscarriage. I can't remember which one. But I was like, well, damn, good thing "You Are Not Alone" is not my bop like that. I'm a lady in my life type of guy. That shit slaps.
Even B2K was forced to come out and like, not B2K, but Omarion was saying
that today.
That they're going to have to, they're going to...
He said after this tour, though.
He said they're going to retire.
Niggas is getting his money. No, I don't blame you now. Like...
I was going through my...
Because now you fuck with my livelihood. Like, I still got to eat. Like,
I was going through a Mary J catalog today, and I was like...
Damn. Oh, no, I don't want to know. Don't even tell me. If I don't know of any Mary songs, don't tell me.
Let me tell you.
Don't tell me.
Whoo. I was like, shit.
What's funny? I thought about that, which is super like, again, this is like after the documentary era, but I was like, I'm happy that he does not have any music with Beyonce, because I know I would love that shit. Like, I know it would be a song that would be super hard for me to cancel. I was like, oh, this is an easy break for me.
Now, do you still watch The Cosby Show?
I don't.
Okay.
But I was still watching The Cosby Show, and I'll tell you why. I feel like these are similar cases, but not the same exact case.
Right.
I feel like when it comes to The Cosby Show, there were other people that got hit in the crossfire that wasn't their fault. For example, Keisha Knight Pulley, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Tempest Bledsoe, Felicia Rashad, so on and so forth. Like, there are some people that were on that show literally 5 years old. Like, Raven Simone, like 3.5 on the set of The Cosby Show. Like, out there just trying to do the good work and just trying to be, trying to make things happen. So, like, it is more of a disconnect. And I think the other reason why I can't do R. Kelly at all is because there is no episode of The Cosby Show where Cliff is talking about, like, raping women or, like, sexually assaulting people. When I hear Bump and Grind, I'm hearing it being presented to a 12-year-old girl. Like, when I hear all of these songs that are, like, very, like, sexual, like, I am hearing him sing it or presenting it to younger women, which is really where, like, it cuts deeper than, like, a Cosby Show.
No, now it cuts deeper because now you kind of know. We know the psyche a little bit of this guy. Like, he's a little mentally off because even with having 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds perform these sexual acts, he's asking them to perform it on camera. So I could only imagine for a dyslexic person who can't write it down that they have this visualization to sing it out, and these characters or images are in their mind as they're trying to record. Like that. So can you only imagine, like, I don't know what the fuck he's visualizing on stage. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
Y'all miss my silent chuckle about the can't read, can't write. Because when, what's her name? Andrea, whatever his ex-wife's name is. When she said that shit, I fell out. She's like, you can't read, you can't write. So who's booking the flights? I said, well, who is booking the flights? Because
I thought that is...
who the fuck is putting the credit card information into Expedia? Because your ass can't read. And then somebody on Twitter was like, they said, I forgot what they said. Oop, there goes my
But
log.
he's a little bit like Count Dracula. I mean, not Count Dracula. Mr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Oh, Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, yeah.
Because it's like you see him perform like I Believe I Could Fly. You see him in the pulpit at Whitney's funeral.
Now I forgot he was at Whitney's funeral. I definitely erased that from my memory.
And you see him do all these, like, I want to say heroic looking like things.
Oh no, that's what Torre was saying. He was saying, like, every time R. Kelly got in some shit, him and actually it's the black lady with the dreads, I forget her name, but both of them were saying, like, every time Robert got in some shit, a new single. And not like a new single, like a good single. Like, oh shit, it's about to go down, Step in the Name of Love. Oh shit, The Trial, Trapped in the Closet.
Yo,
like, every time it was like, he might be an idiot, but somebody on his team is a genius. Because
even watching that and they dropped This Is the... I was like, what
This is it?
This is ignition to...
Yeah.
I was like, this
it struck me. It struck me.
Tell me not.
I was like, all right, y'all, I'm going to need y'all not to do this because while I don't like this nigga, this is a good song. Like, I don't want to do this, but please just cut it off. Cut it off.
Let me...
hot and fresh out the fucking kitchen. It's too much. It's too much. I can't take it. I can't take it.
I was like... He good.
And it's, oh God, who produced it? Because if he didn't produce it, I'm going to download the instrumental. It'll just be on the train like,
This is the...
Yeah.
Yo.
It slaps. It's so good.
No, this shit...
But it's so bad. It's so bad. I can't do it.
Let me tell you how good he is. He's so...
It ain't that good, though.
It
ain't that fucking good.
So what is the thing he's trying to release to hold on. He said the Liars series... Surviving the Liars. Hold on, what is the series he's trying to put out today? Hold on.
Him?
Yes.
Robert Kelly?
And I'm going to tell you why.
Nigga, if you don't go sit your ass down, you're going to jail.
No, I'm going to tell you why.
You are going to jail.
Jail.
To jail.
Jail.
Yeah, what? No, I don't know about that. But I did see that today that he's trying to sell ideally like the sex, the cult mansion or whatever, for like $4.5 million or some shit. I was like, nobody. If you going to sell it now after this documentary came out, nobody don't want that fucking house, Robert. I do not want that. All right,
so this is how dangerous, and this one we got to keep our eye on this guy because he plans to, according to him today, this is on Ball Alert. R. Kelly plans to
incredible source.
I mean, but once it's on that, it's on a few other. R. Kelly plans to expose his accusers with a new website called Surviving Lies.
Web series?
A website. I don't know if it's a series, but it's a website.
We don't have Instagram or none of that stuff. We don't have a YouTube account. We can't watch it.
But let me tell you how dangerous. When I immediately thought that he would do something like this, I'm like, what else would he do than to make it a musical? And you remember how good...
Don't say that.
Stop.
Do not say that.
I'm going to say now. This is where my mind went.
Do not.
Do you know how good Trapped in a Closet was?
I don't remember.
You know.
I don't remember.
But this nigga is fucking theatrical. He knows how to spin some shit.
See, but I feel like the game is...
Hold on.
We've called him on his bluff now.
Remember we already called the bluff before when he said the 12-minute song
that I did it.
I admit it.
I forgot about that until it came up in the
He's
doc.
a musical genius, and when you listen to the shit,
who really listened to that though?
But I listened to a part of it in the documentary.
But
he's not talking about shit.
Yeah,
but he knows how to wiggle around, wiggle in and out. Even though we know
he knew how to wiggle.
He
knew. I feel like those days are over.
But I mean, this is what he will do. And there's people out there.
We're not gonna be watching that shit or listening to that shit.
There's people that will still refuse because they feel like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. The music is good, and that's the people we need to kind of like keep woke.
And you know what?
And not only that, but the thing is, this is a situation that's happening in real time, like right now as we speak. There's girls that's like
still in his house.
I don't want
to.
They're like in the days. Like I feel like they're like not lackadaisical, but they're like
it's like a trance almost. They're in the sunken place.
They're in the sunken place.
In the sunken place.
I don't want to say. I'm not going to say they're brainwashed. They're in the sunken place.
They're in the sunken place.
That's what it is.
And you know what? And the biggest takeaway from this whole documentary is because again, like the whole thing, Robert trash, known he's trash for years. What it has done has reaffirmed that this country does not give a fuck about black women. Because as came up many times in the documentary, as came up in conversations, if these were a bunch of little white girls, if this was Katie, Becky's, and Sarah's in R. Kelly's house,
remember a couple
he would be in the jail.
2016 when those little black girls were going missing and nobody was saying
in DC,
in Baltimore area, nobody was saying something. It was Maryland, DC, and nobody was saying shit.
And still don't know if those girls have been returned.
No,
I think they still might be missing.
But with sex trafficking, like America doesn't. They don't give a fuck at all, and the justice system here is trash.
And people like to draw up sex trafficking as like this like third world country thing. They're like, oh, like in Indonesia and like all these places. I'm like, that shit is happening right here, dog. Like right here in America.
What ultimately makes me like kind of confused about some of this is that they know, and I think although they won't get him on the sex trafficking or like the cult-like behavior, there's child pornography that's involved in this, and the fact that they won't seek that
was sold at barbershops around the country.
The fact that they won't, not even that, like they won't seek it knowing that it's living now somewhere. Like he has an archive knowing this.
He definitely does.
Because that's what America is like. Although they won't find like sex trafficking, they are heavy on pornography. Look what they did to Jared.
Oh, I was like, who's Jared? The subway guy, yeah.
Sent his ass up the river.
That's a hot take. Damn, that story's like 10 years old. I was like, Jared, who the...
They sent his ass up the river.
I work with a guy named Jared. That's why I was like, what happened to Jared? But back to the to my point that was like, it's very clear, which if you know, you truly know that this country does not give a fuck about black women. Even the guy the only juror, that old white man, that was basically like, look at the way they were dressed. Of course, like I didn't believe them, and it's just like, wow.
Do you think that they paid? I thought that he possibly paid off these jurors.
No, I don't think so. I don't. Only because I mean, again, America is a real fuck place. But from what I know, that is that these jurors, they do a fairly decent job of picking people that don't know, because if you like are. Even with like the whole Trayvon Martin thing, like those people weren't allowed to watch the news. I don't know how they didn't, because I would have been watching the news. But like, you're not allowed to keep up with like the story outside of the courtroom. So like anything that's not presented in the courtroom, you ideally can't take into like your jurisdiction or your ruling or your vote or whatever. But I don't think he paid them off. But I think it is exactly what that man said. I think it was a bunch of little black girls and this black man who he had probably heard of at a point in time. And it's like, oh, he wrote "I Believe I Can Fly," and look at them, they're dressed, like hoochie mamas or whatever, and I don't trust them. So,
but even what's so crazy in telling about this that even I think R. Kelly himself, he masterminded not to force the trial, because behind all this, like he had a real trial, and that kind of disintegrated and like was falling apart behind.
Well, it took them 6 years to go to trial.
Right, like we forgot about that shit.
High key, I didn't remember it taking that long. Like,
wow, what you mean?
I didn't realize we both were about to start doing something on the side. I didn't realize that it like in hindsight, I don't remember it taking 6 years for this whole thing to like happen.
I think it took longer than that.
Is it? Well, they said 6 years.
Well, in between, like he had like two indictments because I think he had one in like Florida and then he had one in Chicago. But